at solving linear equations. Alright, so let's start with our first example here. We are asked to solve for the variable in our equation x plus 1 is equal to 2. Now, this sort of setup is called an equation, or the set of numbers is called an equation because we have an equal to sign. So it's because we have an equal to sign. When we have an equal to sign, it's always going to be an equation. And we also have one variable that we're going to solve for. In this case, we're going to be solving for x. To solve for x, we need to isolate our x variable. When we have an equal to sign, we have a left-hand side and a right-hand side. This is our left-hand side. This is our right-hand side. Right. On our left-hand side, we have x plus 1. And on our right-hand side, we have our 2. All right. To isolate our x, we have to subtract 1 from this side. If we subtract 1 from this side, we get 0. Sorry. X plus 1. If we subtract 1 from this side, we get 0. And whatever we do to one side, in this case, we're going to do it to our left-hand side. We also have to do it to our right-hand side. So we subtract 1 from our left-hand side, we also have to subtract 1 from our right-hand side. Hence, we have x is equal to 2 minus 1, which is 1. So now we have found x by isolating our x variable. We know that x is equal to 1. Alright, moving to our second example, we have solved for y. Y plus 6 is equal to 12. Y plus 6 is equal to 12. I have to isolate my, in this case, I can subtract 6 from both sides. So, subtract 6 from both sides. Y, positive 6 minus 6 gives me 0. 12 minus 6, positive 12 minus positive 12 plus negative 6 gives me 6, positive 6. Hence I know y is equal to 6. I subtract 6 from my left hand side to isolate my y, and I also have to do that to my right hand side. Whatever I do to my left hand side to isolate my variable, I also have to subtract that same number from my left hand side. My right hand side. Alright, moving to some multiplication or division style linear equations. We have 4 is equal to w divided by 3. We have to again isolate our w, and in this case, to isolate our w, we can times our left hand side and our right hand side by 3. 3 divided by 1, which is just 3. Now when we times our right hand side with 3 to isolate our w, we can cancel out our 3 and our 3, because 3 divided by 3 is 1, 3 divided by 3 is 1. On our left hand side, we have 3 times 4, which gives us 12. Now, because we have multiplied our w divided by 3 times our 3 such that we can cancel out our 3's, we are left with just w. So w is equal to 12. If we put this back into our equation, we have 4 is equal to w, which is 12, divided by 3. We have 4 is equal to divide both numerator and denominator with 3, which gives us 4 over 1, which is also just 4. So that works out. Alright, moving to some decimal style linear equations here. P minus 1 over 1.9 is equal to 17.07. Alright, so just what we did in the first question, we have to add both sides with 1.9. When we add both sides with 1.9, we get b plus 0, because 1.9 minus 1.9 gives us 0. 17.07 plus 1.9 gives us 18.97. Hence we have b is equal to 18.97, because that's a b value. Now if you wanted to check that, we can go 18.97 plus b is equal to 17.07. Now again, we know this is minus 1.9. Now 18.97 minus 1.9 is 17.07, which is equal to 17.07. So that works out. That's our correct answer. Our answer is B is equal to 18.97. All right. Our next question, solve for D. So have we multiplied here in our question where we solve for W, we do the same thing with our D, except in this case we divide. We can divide both sides by 2 so that we can cancel our 2's out here such that we only have D. Now we have 19.26 divided by 2. All we're trying to do is isolate our variable and cancel out whatever our coefficient is of our variable or the next number of our variable. All we want is our variable isolated on one side and our constants on one side. To do so, in this case, we would divide both sides by 2, which will give us 2 divided by 2, which is 1, and our 2d divided by 2 is also 1. 19.26 divided by 2 gives us 9.63. There we go. All right, last question is solve for r. So easy, we can multiply both sides with 2, right? 2 and 2 cancel, sorry, 2 divided by 2 is 1, right? So r is equal to 3 times 2, which is 6. Verification. For verification, we have r divided by 2 is equal to 3, r is equal to 6. 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. So 3 is equal to 3, left hand side is equal to right hand side. So that was solving one-step linear equations.